bringing you another high-definition commentary of Heroes of Newerth.
If you can't tell, I have a new mic headset. I got that for Christmas there. It is the new year. Thank you all for joining us here, as we are going to be bringing you a team matchmaking event with, I guess, Korok's, what was it called? On a Prayer. I'm joined with On a Prayer, by the way.
Hey guys.
What was
Yeah,
your
US was the clan tag for Korok's crew.
Korok's crew, right? And they are facing off against Ice, so a good matchup here. For those that are not familiar, On a Prayer has some information on these fellows over there. Korok is a pro Dota player, did you say?
Yeah, most of the people in his clan are or were involved in the professional Dota scene for North America. I think Braxton was like Brax, and then Korok was Korok. I don't know about Lord Quas, but Grant was pretty sure I remember his name as well. So most of them I recognize. Pretty sure most people watching will also recognize them. If not, they were good players, so should be a fun match. And Emperor on the other side is formerly Bryze. He was called Emperor in Dota. I guess he had a name change recently.
All right. And definitely plenty of familiar names with Clan Ice, so don't have to explain too many of those. But yeah, this is a banning draft, which is of course probably my favorite mode for competitive matches, as it does force a different pool. The bans have already come out. Do you want to touch on those?
Yeah, bans were Sandwraith, Bombardier, Electrician, and Deadwood. So, Electrician, not surprising. I am surprised that they chose to ban Deadwood over Thunderbringer. Sandwraith is not a surprise at all. That hero deserves a permaban, in my opinion. Bombardier also not surprising, and of course Electrician. I don't think anyone would be surprised considering that Bryce is in the game.
And looks like they may be thinking of getting a Glacius or Thunderbringer as their first pickups there. Maybe not. But anyways, I'll take this moment while we are going through the picks here to go ahead and thank all of the subscribers to the YouTube channel. Almost to the, I want to say it's 700 mark now. So thank
Oh
you
wow.
all. Yeah, thank you all for subscribing. Really appreciate it. And if you're listening to this now and you haven't subscribed, you go ahead and feel free to subscribe because it is free. So you can do that at any time. And also, me and On a Prayer to do some digging to try and find this replay. So if you guys have any good replay suggestions that you would like minoxen and possibly On a Prayer if he's available to be joining me to do a cast on, you can send it to minoxen@gmail.com. Otherwise, if you just want to match cast by any of myself or the game replays staff there, they have a section available as well for request a game cast. So pretty easy thing to put up there. So if you guys are interested in anything particular getting cast, be sure to throw it up there or send me an email. I think that's about all the plugs I've got. So hopefully this new microphone is behaving itself. I had a little bit of a mic check question there earlier, so we'll have to see how well it's balancing itself out. But we do have some new sound effects, as you guys could tell from the intro there. I have a couple other options to go with. We might get to see them this game. But definitely enjoying the wireless and living free, being able to get up and go to the fridge and get a Mountain Dew without having to worry about snagging myself.
Yeah, those darn snags.
Yeah.
We actually saw a really interesting first pick come out for Korok's crew. It was the Vindicator first pick.
I was
They
curious
wanted,
on that.
yeah, they wanted to get a Vindicator because they had planned on getting Dr. Repulsor. By getting the Vindicator, they actually forced Ice not to get the Repulsor since he's such a huge counter. I mean, Repulsor needs his spells, you know. Even just the Aura Vindicator alone really messes up Repulsor. So by picking him, they kind of guarantee themselves a Repulsor pick next. In a counter, they had a Glacius pick and a Thunderbringer, really, really strong. Thunderbringer is, he's godlike now. I think this game was after Spell Shards, I believe, since it came out along with 2.0. So, Thunderbringer
So.
with Spell Shards is pretty godlike. He was strong beforehand, but Spell Shards just like his passive ability, you know, his passive that does the bonus damage with the Spell Shards combined, and of course the Blast of Lightning is so much damage. All right, and also they went with the Glacius, which is of course really, really good considering he's going to want to spam that Chain Lightning for early creep kills.
Definitely. And we do also see some picks that I thought were definitely interesting to see is the Succubus and Ophelia pickups there. Don't get to see those a lot, or I haven't in the games that I've done. I haven't been watching many tournaments as of late. But are those peculiar pickups to you? I'm interested to see how they play out.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. I'm trying to decide. I would assume what they plan on doing is having Vindicator ultimate and then have Succubus lock down their DPS and then take them out. I'm not entirely sure because with Vindicator's ultimate, you kind of want to take out the biggest threat spell wise. Like Kraken would be hard to take out, but like a Thunderbringer you would want to take out. So I'm not entirely sure what they're going with the Succubus pickup. I mean, it's really strong. Succubus, of course, has her sleep, which she can use on Thunderbringer to negate a lot of that damage. So, I mean, it definitely plays into it. I'm not sure if like why they picked it in particular. The only thing I can imagine is just her sleep and her ultimate, of course, to lock someone down. They don't really have that many disables on their team, except for Thunderbringer. They have some minor ones, but nothing really that strong. They have the Soul Reaper ultimate, and they have the Freeze from Glacius and the Thunderbringer Blast of Lightning, but otherwise nothing. No, like a Witch Slayer or a Magnus, something like that.
Yeah. As we do go ahead and see Ja dropping out of the game here, they do have a pause for him to get back in. I'm not sure how long this will take, but in this moment, we will just go ahead and briefly go over each of the heroes for the teams here. We have, on the Legion side, Vindicator, Dr. Repulsor, Succubus, Ophelia. I had to think about it for a second. Don't see her a lot. And I want to say Sven, but his name's Hammerstorm. So Hammerstorm in this one as well. And then for the Hellborn, pardon me, we have, who's the top there? I guess Soul Reaper must be the top slot.
Yep.
Yep,
Rockin'
Soul
pink.
Reaper, Corrupted Disciple, Kraken, or Kraken, however you want to say it, Glacius, and Thunderbringer. Looking at heroes for late game potential, where are you going to hedge your bet there? I know Corrupted's got, he can put out some serious DPS once he gets built up there, but, Sven. Hammerstorm has a pretty good late game potential, I would say, as well. But what are your thoughts on who needs to win late game?
Yeah, I would more put the favor in the Legion team. Corrupted's one of those heroes that he's a really strong mid game. He tapers off late game. He doesn't really have many carry-centric skills, I guess you could say. He has his Corrupted Conduit, which is his strongest ability, but later game he'll try to be siphoning off the DPS from the opposing team, but they'll typically have Shrunken Heads, so it'll just get shrugged off immediately. That's why Corrupted I mean, his ultimate's, decent, don't get me wrong. It lowers, the armor per tick and whatnot, but he's not a really strong carry hero. So mid game's his arena, but later game I would have to give the edge to Repulsor, and even the Hammerstorm, once he gets a few good items, can be built up quite effectively. The only one who can get a Nullfire Blade on the Hellborn team would be the Corrupted Disciple. I'm not sure if they're going to just for Hammerstorm, but he would be the bulk of their DPS later game. Repulsor does do DPS, but uh, I mean Hammerstorm's going to be the major component, so I wouldn't be surprised if Corrupted did get it.
Yeah. Sorry, I was thinking there just for a second. As far as the late game goes, you're going to probably hedge your bets there with the Legion side. But they also do have a pretty good, I would say, almost early to mid presence with Ophelia there. How well played she is, I guess, is part of the dependency there as well. Along with Succubus, I know having a pretty good early presence at least.
No, Succubus
No?
has Succubus has a good mid presence. She's a
Oh,
good
okay.
ganker, but
Sorry, I'm a
lane
2v2er,
presence.
so I know Succubus is a pain to deal with in 2v2.
Yeah,
Disable one, kill
she's
the
really
other.
strong on the 2v2 and the 3v3 maps, but in this kind of gameplay, like in a side lane, she doesn't really have a lot to offer. Like she has a sleep if she gets jumped, she can sleep someone and have a heartache, but she doesn't have a slow or a stun or anything. So she's not that effective unless she's mid. I'm not sure how they're gonna run her. I mean, she could kind of force someone out of position. Like if your lane is pushing up and you can catch someone in a sleep and get your lane to go around them, get them a little out of position maybe, but not a super strong lane presence. As they were forced not to go a tri lane, which is nice to see. Since they have an Ophelia, it kind of means that they're gonna have to, have a more standard lineup. They're actually gonna have a Vindicator soloing bottom. Nice.
That'll definitely be interesting to see. See that Vindicator. I'm assuming then he would probably go the carry Vindicator route, as I've seen before. You can definitely play him as support I prefer not to see him that way because it's so cool to see him throwing that, oh, what is it called in this game? Master's Incantation, I think it is, that gives him that
Yeah.
extra damage and just dealing ridiculous amounts of added damage due to his high intel and be robbing it all the while as well.
Yeah, he's one of those heroes that's really underrated for his carry potential. Well, there's reasons for it. Actually, Ophelia does get initiated upon.
Yeah, not looking real good there for Ophelia. She does go ahead and grab the Minotaur, gets the stun off onto Glacius. But I don't know if that's going to be enough to save her as she's running. Oh, yep, I don't think she's getting out of there. Oh, and we have the Flamboyant pack. So that is always a pleasure to be subjected to. So we will have to deal with that. But wish there was a way sometimes you could adjust that pack for just being the announcer or being a commentator or a viewer or observer of a replay.
Well, then people watching wouldn't get the full effect. But
I
I was
suppose.
gonna say about Glacius, he hadn't gotten his Tundra Blast for his first skill.
Yeah, you got the freeze.
Mm.
That's a little different there. I guess they were planning on the slow from Kraken to be able to go ahead and get close enough to get the freeze on to grab him since, you know, Corrupted doesn't have any kind of a disable really.
Well, there is some reasoning behind it. I mean, I would assume they want to have an early kill, so they have the Glacius freezing, they're going to have Kraken run into position, and then, well, he doesn't have charge. Like, I would assume you would have a freeze and then Kraken charge, and then, you know, then they beat on someone and finish him off. But he got his Gush first, so, Torrent, sorry. I'm not entirely sure about the freeze, but, I mean, it's not like it really matters. Typically, you do see the Tundra Blast because it's an AoE slow rather than a single target.
Wow. Yeah, about that on the freeze there, I was kind of wondering. I would think that maybe if he was to go any further with it, it might be able to help out Corrupted Disciple with being able to steal some of that extra damage. You know, with his Corrupted Conduit, I believe that's the one there. Yeah, Corrupted Conduit. You know, make him hold still for just a little bit longer to get that extra tick or two off. But top there, we saw there's a nice juke going on there from Succubus. She managed to barely get out of there and survived with 40 HP, made her way out and around, healed up, is back up there ready to fight.
Yeah. I was going to say about the Corrupted thing, like, I was thinking the same thing. You actually do have some action up top.
Yeah, Hammerstorm throwing out the hammer there. Looks like Soul Reaper's probably... Oh, they do get the sleep off on him, so now he's pinging like mad, saying, get your ass up here, I want to kill this guy, so... Nice little bit of blocking, and is Hammerstorm going to be able to? No, he doesn't.
Nice.
Kill.
Nice.
It didn't show up on my screen. Succubus does pick up the kill there ultimately, so nicely done. As I think that, yeah, purple there, I can't, you'll be give, is the only person that is not a member of Korok's crew. As we have a tower dive going down bottom as Vindicator's getting taken down here. Yes, he does go down. Unfortunately, goes right to the maximum distance of that Corrupted Disciple's Electric Tide and gets taken down there. So a little bit of I guess they decided when it was a good time to do it. I wouldn't have pegged that as the ideal tower dive, but they did get the kill and Kraken barely made it out. So good for him, I suppose.
Yeah, I was gonna say about the ice imprisonment. Corrupted skilled Electric Tide first, so I was thinking about it, but then he didn't skill for that anyway. So
true.
So like it was kind of a mismatch. I think the reason is they expected Glacius not to get the experience, because typically he wouldn't. You know, you don't want all three to be standing in EXP range. You want to get the maximum. You know, you want to give the maximum amount to your carry in the lane. So they figured Corrupted would probably hit 2 and Kraken would hit 2 before Glacius. Probably that was their thinking.
Yeah, that would be my assumption on that as well. As, sorry, I'm trying to keep the camera on stuff and pay attention to what's being said as well so I don't lose track of what's going on. But there's been some pretty good action going on middle as Thunderbringer and Dr. Repulsor are button heads here. You know, Thunderbringer just constantly nuking him down, and Dr. Repulsor doing the best he can to keep that bottle full and keep things going so he can keep dishing out damage. As we have Blood Chalice picked up on Hammerstorm. I don't know when he picked that up, but he's got it now. Succubus also having the Blood Chalice. Oh, Felia just went down. Just missed it. I saw her HP drop, and then it was too late. As we do see Vindicator now, maybe going to get taken down here to another tower dive. Is it going to go down? Oh, the Corrupted, yeah, the Electric Tide almost was a land there. I don't think it actually hit. Skeleton King's going to be going down possibly. Doing good damage though to Corrupted. So very unfortunate there. But yeah, Ophelia just not having a good start. She's 0-2. They know that she's in there doing the woods. I'm surprised they haven't even bothered to go ahead and, you know, ward that. I guess they're thinking that it's a good opportunity for them to, you know, have a chance to pick her off. All they got to do is wander in there every now and again. As I just missed Ixu taking down Korok there in the middle. Thunderbringer and him just, Thunderbringer and Dr. Repulsor just going at it. Dr. Repulsor unfortunately dying just a little bit before Thunderbringer did. But that's what happens. He died and the other one didn't, so.
Yeah, Ophelia's doing something nice. She's actually given up the bottom. She can't really do anything. You know, 2 versus 3, even if she has a minion, you know, that's doesn't really do anything.
And another tower dive going down here bottom to try and keep this Vindicator down as they do a good job. Do get it off of there. Are they going to be able to pick up from the Disciple? Yes, they are, as Dr. Repulsor uses that ultimate to jet forward there and do a little extra damage. But I got to say, it looks like they're doing a pretty decent job on keeping that bottom crew down. As top we have action. Thunderbringer maybe going to go down. Yes, he does to the... I didn't see who picked up the kill. I think maybe something glitched out on mine. No, it showed at that time as Ja picked up the kill onto Ophelia, who is still having an absolutely rotten game after going up top to try and avoid some of that death problems. But yeah, we've got that Vindicator 0-3 at bottom. Ophelia 0-3 in the jungles. She's just, they're having a real hard start on this Legion team. Were you kind of expecting that given the lineups here to see that this early game's pretty well handily into the Hellborn side?
Yeah, I was going to say that I would have liked Ophelia to have just gone in the Hellborn jungle originally. She wasn't going to do anything in her own jungle, considering it was a 3v1 bottom. So she finally did move her way up to the Hellborn jungle, and you saw it did set up a kill onto Thunderbringer, who was the mid solo. So even though she did go down, it was definitely worthwhile.
And now she's hoping to be able to set up a kill onto Soul Reaper. Soul Reaper. God, my voice today. But unfortunately, her Minotaur completely and totally missed his stomp. I don't know if it was going to be able to catch up for the stun on that either anyways. And we're going to go ahead and see Hammerstorm go down to the auto attack. Are they going to go ahead and pick up Soul Reaper? That's the question. No, he's turning around. He's going to come back in here, maybe pick up a kill if he gets lucky. Minotaur's searching for him. Not going to find him. But he finds Ophelia, gets stunned at the last second, though. Wasn't able to get the auto attack out. Now he does.
Oh, no.
Oh, and Zeus takes the kill. But, yeah, definitely. This Hellborn team has some pretty good coordination going on so far. I know Purple probably might not be on their vent, given the amount of pings that was going out earlier from their attempted kill. But I would assume that Korok's crew is all in the same wavelength here. So, I don't know. They've definitely got some good communication going there on Ice, and you know, obviously Ice is a great team. I've seen them perform really well quite a few times. So, you know, team matchmaking. I guess it was clan against clan, and maybe they have a ringer here for this clan or the Korok's crew.
Yeah, probably one of those things where they queued up with 4 and they got 1 random. Don't know his stats, but I assume he was decent considering he's not the lowest on the teams.
Yeah, he's got the 2 kills. I mean, maybe he's just hanging in there to use that, I keep wanting to call it Brain Sap. What's her actual nuke?
Heartache, I think. Yeah, Heartache.
Yeah, Heartache. I don't know why all the Dota terms just keep stuck in my head. It drives me crazy sometimes. Soul Reaper doing a little bit of jungling, keeping the creeps warm while Ophelia's away. And Ophelia actually deciding to go ahead and go back to her roots and go back to the Legion side.
Yeah, Soul Reaper has actually gone
better luck there.
not one of my builds, but it's something I do not frequently, but he's gone pure heal and stats, and then he got his ultimate instead of getting any in his second and third. He's really squishy early on. Those early stats will give him the bonus damage to last hit as well as some regen. So, especially if he's going 2v1 in his lane, it's really nice. I do it occasionally, and it's situational, but it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, that's really neat. I'd never even thought about using him like that. I mean, sometimes we do AR in those, you know, 2- and 3-person matches and stuff. You get stuck with the Soul Reaper, and you know, in 2- and 3-person, he doesn't have quite the same effect that he does in these games here. But that might be a viable way to try and go with him. As I think I did that in Dota, but you know, of course, in Dota, I win a lot of stats on a lot of people. But back in the good old days, his Thunderbringer's gonna maybe... Yeah, he goes down. Nope. Yep. I'll eat my own words. As Dr. Pupper... Dr. Repulper? Repulsor still had plenty of mana to chase him down there. And Hammerstorm going down top to the combination of Corrupted and Kraken. And I think Soul Reaper was in on that one too.
Yeah, Soul Reaper used his ultimate onto Hammerstorm. He actually was being chased by Hammer, but Corrupted siphoned off his attack, and he was also slowed anyway, but yeah, Soul Reaper did turn around and use his finish him ultimate, and then it's actually Demonic Execution, which I guess is finish him. Anyway, yeah, Corrupted being chased out, but actually gets healed by Soul Reaper. I don't think Repulsor has mana to actually chase him down. Yeah, that's not looking good.
Ruh-roh. As,
Bottom.
yeah, the Invis, though.
Oh no!
The, lightning revealing, though, still giving them enough time to be able to go ahead and get their zap on, apparently, with Corrupted there doing a lot of damage. I think we picked up the kill on that one as well, and oh my god, I heard it, but I couldn't find it. Where's Hammerstorm going? There he is! Hammerstorm and Succubus going up there to try and do a little something, but unfortunately Corrupted Disciple slipping through the cracks.
Really nice by Semiju, actually. Hammerstorm used his stun onto Thunderbringer, and Corrupted Disciple with his low HP actually came in there and had used his Corrupted Conduit. And Hammerstorm just had to back out, just, you know. So really nice he's sticking around helping out his team.
Yeah, I'm really impressed so far with what I've seen on this Hellborn team as far as coordination and, you know, just reaction time on a lot of things here. They seem to be working really well together. And, you know, they are a clan, so I would hope that that would happen as Thunderbringer's going to get taken down. But right as he gets taken down, you see the TPs coming in here, or the homecoming stones, whatever you want to call them, as the cavalry arrived a little too late, and unfortunately they just showed up for a Thunderbringer corpse. And now they're going to try and do a little bit of work here middle. Maybe.
Yeah, so I haven't actually mentioned it. We were wondering earlier on, we do see the Vindicator has, you know, didn't pick up any of his Sage's lore. He went for the Master's Incantation and his Glyph of Silence and his ultimate instead of the lore. In his laning, like where he was laning, perhaps it would have helped if he could have spammed his lore and kind of drained their mana and forced them to use their spells so he wouldn't get jumped as often. But at the same time, if he was planning on going his damage build, he can't afford to go lore, so it's kind of a trade-off. He's actually getting caught at the bottom.
Oh, Vindicator not getting caught at the bottom, but Corrupted is definitely getting caught as... Oh! I cannot believe he got out of that. As, yeah, he ends up jetting out of there after getting stomped once by one Minotaur, and then a nice little bit of micro going on as they waited for the second stomp going off, and still just not quite enough DPS to take him down. And yeah, we saw Glacius go down middle to Dr. Repulsor and Hammerstorm. As now bottom, we got the ultimate coming off on a Thunderbringer. That's going to be enough to go ahead and take him down. The intelligence getting picked up there by Vindicator as well, which is going to help him out just a little bit. And that brings him to 1 and 3. So how's his farm going so far here? How is everyone's farm going? We're 13 minutes in the game. I don't feel like I've touched on items or anything.
Yeah, let's see. Braxton playing the Vindicator has a 41 and 17 creep score at 13 minutes, 14 minutes. That's really nice considering.
All right, and we are back. And you were saying on a prayer? Sorry, my internet crashed.
Yeah. I was saying about Vindicator that considering his earlier, you know, lane situation, he's at 41 and 17 at 14 minutes into the game. That's really not a bad creep score. Even without having trouble, that's a pretty nice creep score. That puts him at about 200 gold per minute, you know, with his 3 deaths that he had earlier during the laning phase. Hopefully he'll put that up there if he expects to carry action in middle. I don't know what Repulsor is doing.
Wow, Repulsor just barely getting out of there, and they end up picking up a kill, and Repulsor now jetting past, going into enemy territory.
What is he doing?
I don't know. He probably could have jumped just as far in the other direction to safety, but instead went that route. I think
it's kind of the situation where if you don't know what you're doing, chances are the enemy doesn't know what you're doing.
Yeah, they weren't anticipating on following that direction. Unfortunately, no one was moving anywhere, so.
It's actually legitimate. If you want to trick your opponent, just trick yourself. Yeah. So we were going on the other creep scores. So what did he have actually? Vindicator is sitting with not much. He has the regular Marchers and Mark of the Novice. I assume he's saving up. Considering 200 GPM, he should have more than that. Yeah, he's got 1700 gold saved up.
Wonder what he's saving for. Oh, ultimate. Ultimate coming out on an imp there. Oops. Yeah. As I saw the ultimate go out. It's like it's bound to be on a hero. I'll just call it anyways. So that was hilarious. Definitely.
Like, hilarious.
So.
Yeah, that was definitely. Of course, that gives people the opportunity to call him out on it and whatnot. But that's what you're gonna do. Wait, Repulsor.
Ouch. Glacius freezing himself at the last second to try and save, a little bit of damage there, but not going to be enough as the taunt comes out onto Kraken. Are they going to go ahead and get the kill? Yes, they are, but it might end up costing Repulsor his life. He's low on mana, not out of it yet, as does go down there to the Soul Reaper ultimate, it looks like.
Hammerstorm might, yeah, creep block for the win.
For sure. Okay. It's like, well, they were the other team's creeps at least, so he can't complain too much on it, I guess. Half the time it's your own creeps wanting a hug, so that's when it gets really aggravating. You're like running all desperately towards him, like, move, 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 move!
And this is why phase boots are so popular in Heroes of Newerth.
Yeah.
Action in mid.
Oh, Stomp coming out there. Is he going to chain it? Yes, he gets the chain stun going off with the Minotaurs. Nicely done from Ophelia there as his creeps are blocking him. Might get him killed. Thunderbringer using the ultimate to go ahead and get the kill there so Corrupted didn't have to tank anymore. As, yes, that was enough. Unfortunately, he's been showing pretty good micro with those critters. Whenever I was in the pause trying to get things sorted out with on a prayer there, did see some pretty decent micro coming out from that Ophelia as...
It's deja vu.
Good God. Yeah, he's going all kinds of crazy.
Sweet play, though. Yeah. I really like how he's just no fear, just diving in there in their face, just going for it.
And you were worried that the kill count wasn't high enough in this game.
Well, that remains to be seen, but so far I'm satisfied. Right, we were middle of items, so Repulsor has 52 and 10 creep scores, 17 minutes in game. That's not the greatest, but he has participated in a lot of kills, putting him at about 260 gold per minute. Has his bottle, chalice, power supply, steam boots. So I assume he'll go for a nullstone as his first major item, considering there are quite a few targeted spells. Either a nullstone or a shrunken head. Sorry, I was about to say Black King Bar, but that's why whenever I say I'm kind of remembering Dota needs.
I do the same thing.
I have to stop myself, so my is just, yeah.
But yeah, they do have quite a few targetables there.
Yeah, I would expect a shrunken head, honestly, over a nullstone. Considering especially how he's just diving, he really would want that shrunken head instead of getting just that nullstone. If anything, get a nullstone after the shrunken head. So I guess it depends how much mana he feels he needs as opposed to how much he's actually using. But anyway, on to the next one. Succubus she was doing pretty well earlier on, not in terms of the creep kills, but in terms of she's actually at 2-0 and 3, so hasn't actually died yet. At about 170 GPM, we have a dive at bottom.
Uh-oh. Wasn't watching it, I was watching middle. Yeah, they do get the Vindicator kill there, just trying to drive him back into the ground as they've been doing so well so far this game. Thunderbringer ended up going to go down for it. A nice charge coming out. Unfortunately, took the flying Dr. Repulsor with him, so he's not going to get away from that chase down there.
That was perhaps a bit unnecessary, but...
Well, I mean, It's not like Succubus couldn't use another kill. He was already 2-0, and I think that he'd kind of use that same maneuver to get those kills as well, so... But yeah, I don't think he was going anywhere. Succubus is just wanting to get that last hit. Maybe not the best team coordination when it possibly could have gone to Repulsor there, helping his farm out and helping him become much more of an end presence, in addition to his current presence.
I was going to say my heart aches for that poor Repulsor, but I don't think he'd appreciate the sentiment, considering got KS by a Succubus. But yeah, on to Ophelia. She has Strider's Ring of the Teacher. I assume she's going to go for a Gnome's Wisdom, but she may just have wanted the Ring of the Teacher for her minions. It's good for farm anyway. Let's see, and then we have the Hammerstorm at 43 and 7, so really not good farm all around on the Legion team.
Yeah, you don't see anyone above the 300 mark besides
Wow.
Dr. Repulsor, which is pretty
Major
to be
push at
expected.
bottom.
Yeah, they are definitely pushing there. I've been watching that. The creep's playing a big part of that. Oh, man, thought maybe she was going to get out of there, but she ended up going for a ride on the Kraken, and you don't want to do that, trust me. As he ended up taking her down, and looks like the creeps are all going to go down here, but doing a nice couple of stuns, keeping these guys from chasing too close. Dr. Repulsor going to be able to ultimate out of here, most likely, if he needs to. Going to go ahead and pick up a TP and jet into the safety. At least give him a little bit of distance between when Kraken finds him. But Kraken not going to pursue as he knows Dr. Repulsor is going to be out of it.
It's Hammerstorm.
Oh, God. Hammerstorm running at 20
Oh my
HP,
god.
up to 200 now.
I don't know
Down
what
to
he's. Oh, he's trying to
96.
kill himself by the tower, using his chalice to lower his mana. Unfortunately, what is he doing? What?
Ran
What?
himself into a corner. That old
What?
trick. Wow.
What was that?
Yeah,
I think they're all wondering, like, what?
Honor to share the field of battle.
He just like went into a corner there and just like started crying or something. He's like, oh, no.
He's like trying to
I don't-
bury his hammer. They can't have this. No.
I don't know what he was doing. But anyway, that was amusing. I was like, oh, he's going to the tower, gonna kill himself, and then he just goes into some random corner and does
He's like,
nothing.
Plan B.
Yeah. What was funny is that I think he wanted to go into the tower, but then the Ophelia had healed him, and he's like, what are you doing? And then he kind of lowered his HP by
Yeah.
using his chalice, and I'm like, what are you doing? And then he just ran into a corner, and he's like, wait, what am I supposed to be doing? But anyway, he has his portal key actually.
Oh yeah, he
Looks
did
like
just grab that, didn't he?
yeah, I think he was actually maybe he was trying to use that time to buy his item. Maybe like he knew he was going down, he wanted to draw it out to get his item. I don't know because he didn't have it beforehand. All right. Anyway, on to the Hellborn team. We do have another kill going down.
Kraken got jumped by 3 people for one. Well, actually, 2 people, but he managed to take down Dr. Repulsor pretty much mano a mano there, so that was kind of impressive. Didn't even really get the ultimate to have much effect on him.
KS is abound. Damn.
Yeah, as
Ophelia using her, I forgot what that nuke is called, but definitely taking that kill. The Glacius had about 50 HP.
Mhm.
Anywho, right, so we were looking at the Jaw on the Soul Reaper, who has his Steam Boots. I assume he's getting a Gnome's Wisdom with Ring of the Teacher. He doesn't really need it for any other reason than getting a Gnome's Wisdom, so we'll have to wait and see. He's at about 285 GPM as another kill for this Corrupted, who will go down. That's 315 gold in the pocket of Vindicator. See what he picks up. As Soul Reaper atop, I think he put himself in a little awkward situation right now.
it looks pretty awkward to me as he's gonna try and get out of there.
Oh,
Oh man, just
Oh,
the last.
phew.
I think his body showed up back at base.
Yeah, I think Repulsor this time. He's like, all right, Succubus. This time I'll let it go.
Just the arm goes flying through the portal or something.
Yeah. So we were looking at items, right?
Yeah.
Jaw on the Soul Reaper had about 260 GPM. 72 on the Corrupted has had a really dominating game at about 321. He's had a dominating game in terms of kills, but not really farm wise. So he's at just over 300 gold per minute. We do have Emperor on the Kraken at just about, well, a little over 240 gold per minute, and we have Glacius at about 115, and Ixu at about 210. Creep-wise, no one in this game has a really good farm. They've all been kind of roaming, helping each other out. Fun to watch. No farm fests here.
Yeah, it's definitely been pretty action-packed as they are moving around the map quite a bit. Dr. Repulsor getting the kill onto Glacius. The Kraken being released, but unfortunately Repulsor going down there. Who got the rejection off? I'm not sure
I
what
don't
rejected is now after thinking about it for a moment. But this Flamboyant pack does have slightly different things there.
I think it's the humiliation. No, I don't think it's humiliation. I don't know. I'm not familiar. I don't have the Flamboyant pack. I have no plans to purchase it. I'd rather my lovely Glacius skin.
I'd rather have Magnus as he
Soon
should
to
be.
be mine. Yeah. Action up top.
Top. Oh, yep, I was watching that until I went bottom. But yeah, Kraken getting ultied on here, and Corrupted Disciple actually getting the sleep on him there as he's forced to sit and watch for a long time.
Hammer Storm hitting for a whopping 40 damage.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that was unfortunate. Succubus sleep as the hammer went out, so he dodged the hammer actually.
Oh, that he did. And Hammer Storm will have enough for another hammer, but he is not going to go ahead and pursue since most likely Corrupted with the speed bonus. Oh, and he doubles back even. And unfortunately, oh, and another stun going out whenever the stomp came down. So
Yeah.
a little bit of miscoordination there coming from that Succubus. But again, Succubus I believe is not the regular team player as a part of their oh god, Korok's crew. I wanted to say Korgan, but that's not right. So yeah,
Isn't a Korgan an instrument?
I have no idea what a Korgan is. I just wanted to say it.
I think it's a musical instrument. We'll look that up later. That'll be the trivia fact for anyone who's
Yeah, leave it in the comments below. I'm sure someone will Google that just out of curiosity.
Please let me be correct and let it be a musical instrument so I don't look like a total doofus. But anyway, right. Assassin's Shroud. Sorry about that. Shaman's Headdress, and I saw a Steam staff, so I'm like, I immediately thought Assassin's Shroud, but we'll have to wait and see. Perhaps he's going for a wing bow. Assassin's Shroud, I don't know what he would get it for. It was kind of the lulzy build in Dota. You'd get an Assassin's Shroud, then use your ultimate, and then walk next to someone with your ultimate on them. Yeah, it's kind of like, you know, the tree mock. Anyway, so he has his Shaman's Headdress and a Steam Staff. Nothing really noteworthy on anyone. Let's see, Emperor has Helm of Black Legion. I wonder what he's going next. I don't know. So really weak items on everyone. We do have a Staff of the Master being attempted by Thunderbringer. Does not have it yet. Nothing really huge. Just your typical mid-game items. Even though it's 27 minutes. Fail. Need to get my glasses on. A solo ultimate in mid. We actually do have the puzzle box coming out, doing a lot of work, but not really gonna.
Yeah, still only bring. I think his Blood Chalice did more damage than she did. I just saw him use his Blood Chalice and his HP dropped almost equivalently.
Yeah.
So.
Vindicator's like, did that tickle? There. Yeah. He had to think about it. He's like, tiny bit, I guess.
As it was, yeah. I mean, the Puzzle Box minions were doing work on it. Puzzle Box only at level 1, so they're not doing a ton of damage right now. But still, you would have expected the Succubus level 2 ultimate and the Puzzle Box minions to have done a little bit more. But good, what is he sitting at? Oh, he's got 1600 HP.
Yeah, he also had a mana battery. I think it was on full charges because it popped him right back up for his mana anyway.
Yeah. So that's of some help there. But yeah, haven't really seen, you know, like you said, it's not a farm fest. You haven't seen anyone really capping out above that 300 gold per minute mark, which is what you typically see of a lot of hard carries and stuff that are trying to get built up for the late game. I mean, you know, you've got Vindicator, who's now finally up over the 300 gold per minute mark. Even with his 2-4 record, he's been doing a pretty decent job. He has 124 creep kills right now. Has been doing a real good job on trying to make himself a presence in this game once again here. So doing well there, not doing phenomenal, but he's doing well for what his early cards dealt were. Korok, of course, also playing on Dr. Repulsor, is doing pretty respectable. He's at 320 gold per minute or so. Not the best gold per minute for Dr. Repulsor, is some good farm on him to get a sheep stick, and that's kind of stuff is really nice. But he does have his Nullstone picked up now. Looks like he did go ahead and go the route for the Nullstone.
Yeah, it's definitely a good pickup. Maybe he'll get the Shrunken Head right now. I'm not entirely sure. They're actually going all into the Legion jungle, but they're not going to catch anyone. So the Corrupted Disciple did choose to go for the Assassin's Shroud. I mean, he's actually going to go and assassinate this bottom tower. Yeah, he used his Assassin's Shroud to get that extra bonus damage onto the tower and get the last hit.
That might have come in handy here, as it looks like he might go down to Vindicator, but thankfully Thunderbringer showing up to do a little bit of extra damage to shove him back. But God, look at this Corrupted Disciple. He's sticking around up here. He just doesn't give a darn, as there he goes. He's going to go ahead and TP out, but still sticking around well past his welcome, as Vindicator was probably waiting for that opportunity. And Vindicator, what's he working on now? He has his Blessed Orb pickup, so he's going to be...
maybe Nullstone. Nullstone's good survivability, especially since he doesn't have an escape mechanism. Or Sheepstick. Sheepstick would be ideal, but Nullstone would also be worthwhile. So it just depends on how good his farm is. Obviously, Sheepstick is quite a little. Well, 18. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of the same, really.
How you feeling about this Ophelia so far? I mean, I've noted that I've seen some pretty good micro. There's obviously that one time when the creep got stuck in front of her and just panicking to trying to run and got blocked by her own critters. But I
It
don't know,
depends
she's
how
looked
you
pretty
hotkey it.
respectable, 7 and 6 so far. As we got an Assassin's Shroud coming in, Corrupted Disciple going to go ahead and do some damage to the Vindicator. Is Ophelia going to show up in time? Oh god, yeah, that's no good. As the heal comes out from Ophelia trying to save him, all of a sudden Ophelia says, "No, I don't want to go that way." And
Yeah.
not all that wise. As the Assassin Shred comes out again, he's going to use that one to escape. Checking for some heroes, maybe.
He was hitting for 450 with his, you know, corrupted conduit.
Oh, and we've got a portal key pickup on Kraken as well, as he did go in and do the ultimate, but I don't think that anyone got stuck in it there. Maybe Hammerstorm for a millisecond while he was still alive, but he ate some serious nukage and went down pretty quickly there. So the Hellborn at this point,
Yeah,
I
they're
guess
definitely ahead in terms of their. I don't know exactly. It's just their team fight. Their overall hero presence is greater than the Legion team. Actually, Repulsor looks to be jumping into a sticky situation.
yeah, he's going to try and get out of here. I'm not feeling too good about it.
Yeah,
He's
he's
going to try
okay.
and jump around. Yes, he is. Well, I saw his mana was a little low there. He had gone ahead and popped his power supply, though, so that gave him a little bit of extra boost.
Yeah, well, I guess nobody told him dreams do come true, but I guess not today, and at least not in this instance.
I was going to say not at this very moment, but a haste down
Yeah.
here maybe going to get picked up. That might help out with grabbing this half mana.
This would
Dr.
be really
Repulsor.
funny if he actually does kill him, but he does have quite a bit of mana right now.
Yeah, he's regen quite a bit here now, as he's going to go ahead and try and get out of here. There's no stun to stop him, so... Well, I guess there's the ultimate he could pop, but unfortunately that does eat the Nullstone, which was on him there, so...
Yeah.
Sorry, buddy. Now you got to wait another 60 seconds for that to pop back up.
Yeah, it's not incredibly long, but
Yeah,
it's just...
it's definitely not like popping something as massive as like a Keeper ult, which wouldn't be affected, but, you know, that has like 200-second cooldown.
Yeah. It just makes him feel stupid.
Yeah. But hey, he knows he has Nullstone now.
Yes, he does. It's like, guys, I think he has a Nullstone. Yeah. So let's see. No new items, I don't think, on anyone. Let's see. Hammerstorm does have a Mighty Blade. I guess he's going for a Shrunken Head. Ophelia does have a Staff of the Master. Really, really nice.
Oh, wow. Very nice.
Yeah, so that the early Ring of the Teacher was just for her minions and her farm, just to give them the bonus armor. Solid item. Didn't really indicate that she was going to get Gnome's Wisdom. Let's see. Succubus, Puzzle level 2. Yeah, does have Puzzle level 2. Really nice. Whose mana would she burn? Ideally, you'd probably want Soul Reaper. Doesn't have an incredible amount of mana pool, and he does need it. He burns through it really, really fast. His ultimate costs 500 mana. So you'd want to use it on him. I guess you could use it on Thunder as well. His ultimate uses up a lot of mana, so to kind of get rid of any of his nuking power after that. Kraken, basically they're all worthwhile targets except for Corrupted. Once he pops his ultimate and his conduit, he doesn't need anything else.
Oh, Ophelia. Setting loose the Corrupted Disciple there with her critters, as she is going to go down very quickly. And all of her little minions to boot. Nice little chunk of gold there for that Hellborn squad, as that does go ahead and put them over top of the Legion, finally above them on experience here, as it has been pretty balanced. It was 24 to 24. The Legion had a minor advantage in both gold and experience, but as far as gameplay so far, I don't know. I'm still getting more of a positive feeling about this Hellborn side than I am about the Legion thus far. But again,
yeah, I said it before.
It is Clan Ice versus, you know, 4 of Team Korok, or Korok's crew +1. So
yeah, and even this Lord Quas, unless he's a Smurf or someone, I don't think he generally plays with them, or maybe he's recently started. I'm not sure, but they don't usually play with him, or at least I haven't seen. in the past, whenever I've had a chance to observe them anyway. Let's see, so Staff of the Master has been finished on Thunder. He now has his little lightning rod right there.
Ah, excellent.
And Repulsor is, in fact, going for a Shrunken Head, so that would definitely help out. If that's enough, I don't know, because Shrunken Head, while it's good, of course, he can still get caught in the Kraken ultimate. I'm saying the presence of the Hellborn team, like you have your Kraken ultimate, which is pretty huge. You have your Soul Reaper with heals, is pretty dangerous. You have your Corrupted, of course, he's dangerous. And then you have your Thunderbringer. So they all have pretty significant heroes that contribute a lot to a team fight. Then you have the Legion team, Succubus, whose ultimate can be easily disrupted. You have Ophelia, who has a heal, pretty much. I mean, not to
And pretty
knock it,
creep
she does
reliant
have,
as well. I mean, you know.
yeah, she does have a true damage nuke, which was kind of RNG oriented. It's kind of luck based, but it is true damage. And people don't know the judgment can actually be used to teleport your ally back to a base. So you don't actually see that being used, but every once in a while you'll be like, what? Where'd I go?
Yeah.
And you're about to die, and you're like,
I
you
remember
resign
having
yourself
some
to
fun
your
with
fate.
my buddies whenever I would play Chin. It's like, you look like you need a bath. Dude, what? I wanted these creeps. Just send them back to base whenever you're farming. So that was always fun. I always had
That
fun.
would be the ideal situation for that, that spell. But and then you have your Vindicator, who's useful. I mean, he's useful. Don't get me wrong, but
Oh, he's got his
yeah.
Cauldron.
Oh
Now,
wow, so he has finished that. So really nice. So solid item on his part. His GPM should be pretty solid. Yeah, 300 gold per minute. Repulsor doing a little bit of work, but I don't think it's enough.
no, as it looks like Corrupted Disciple just, wow, he's so fast. As he does go ahead and have Frostburn. Picked up Frostburn there for the extra movement speed. And, oh, they're going to go down to the ultimate while he's still disabled, though. Hammer Storm going down. And I'm not sure what that can't touch this was, but that going out as well. The creeps, wow, those creeps from Ophelia are pretty stout. They took quite a bit of harassment there from those guys.
Yeah, I forget exactly what her.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, this. Wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah, I'm not sure if trying to TP out right then and there was probably the best option, but Dr. Repulsor still would have had mana to have jetted after him even further, so I don't know. I think he was probably going down one way or the other at that point.
Yeah, maybe something like that. But where were we? We were discussing something.
Oh, Soul Reaper also has a sheep stick. But yeah, we had seen Vindicator had picked up his sheep stick. And I guess Soul Reaper has his. Sheep sticks for everybody, apparently.
Yep. Nice item, but I really feel the Hellborn team has the advantage in terms of just pure team fight. Legion team, they have spells that are useful, but they don't have the damage. Like Vindicator ults, and then what? Like they don't have AoE, they don't have the really strong takeout abilities. I mean, even Succubus, yeah, we do have. That's not gonna happen.
I think Kraken just likes putting the Kraken on top of like a dead person so the corpse can be grabbed and brought in there, because I don't think I've seen him pull off an ultimate where it's actually grabbed someone besides Ophelia's creeps. Because every time he does it, they're already pretty much dead from nukes. So I don't know if he needs to hang on to that more, or is he doing it right? Or,
the cooldown is, what is it, 70 seconds or something?
Yeah.
It's not really long, so 80 seconds, I think. So it's like, okay, he used it, but it's one of those things. It's not like a Tempest ultimate where action.
Oh, there's no flamboyant thing for Nemesis? That's interesting. As a double tap going out for this Korok, he's out of control here. Gonna go ahead and take down Thunderbringer. Nicely done. Goes up on top of the hill there and shoots back. And a nice chain stun going off onto Kraken.
Ooh.
Oh, but there's Corrupted Disciple coming in to wreck some face and unfortunately ruining the wonderful quad kill that was just achieved. Oh, well, that's interesting. I didn't know his ultimate would continue ticking while he was in Viz either. So that's kind of one of those fun little things.
Succubus apparently gonna catch a Corrupted who has nearly 500 move speed.
Oh, obviously. Oh, and if she had kept chasing, there you go mocking her. And he goes
Yeah.
for a TP. Oh,
That would have been, yeah. I nearly ate my words.
nearly. As apparently doing a little sleep on Hammerstorm so she can get some creep kills here. Desperately trying, maybe.
Maybe they're flaming or something. I don't know.
That could be. That was the Nemesis thing's what caught me in the middle of that fight. I kind of got speechless as I was watching the quad kill unfold. But it's strange that they don't have anything for that that's flamboyant and fun.
I don't know. Maybe Nemesis is.
I don't know how my new voice sounds with that. I think that it's this button.
Go for it.
When was that one? Was that the giant?
I nearly jumped. Yeah.
Good.
It's not Darth Vader per se, but it reminded me kind of.
Definitely
like-
a little more intimidating than this.
Yeah.
I could do a task like this. I think that might be entertaining.
Nah, that would get old pretty fast.
Yeah, I definitely think it would. As wow.
You could probably say "Oh no" in that voice. That would probably.
Oh no!
Yeah.
So that could maybe work. I'll just have to play with that. Let me know what you guys think of the
Now
new
say
headset,
Timmy
those
got
voices
stuck
and
in the
stuff.
well in that voice.
Timmy got stuck in the well with the chipmunk or the space
Yeah,
squirrel or whatever
The
it's called.
chipmunk. No, the chipmunk.
Uh-oh. As Corrupt Disciple getting out of there. He's not getting stuck in no well. As
Looks like Timmy got stuck in the well.
Oh no.
hearing me laugh on that too, like whenever I have it to where I can hear myself talking like that,
Yeah.
I crack myself up as it were, and it just turns into a chain of laughter at very high pitched squeaking. So very, very fun.
Well, enjoy it in good health,
Oh,
or use it in good health. I guess enjoy it too.
Speaking of cracking up, I spoke to Smock earlier, and she did want to give a shout out to everyone, say hello. She's actually got a little bit of a case of bronchitis there, so not going to be hearing from her for a while yet, but hopefully she'll get back into the casting mood when she gets feeling better, and we'll have her back. Not that I don't appreciate On a Prayer being here, but, you know, good to have Smock around, good to have On a Prayer. Definitely like his competitive insight and everything. He's much more up on things than I am. So, definitely good to have you along. But she
I'll
did
do what I
say to
can,
give a
as
shout
long
out,
as I
so
can.
I just needed to remember. So I did.
Yeah, bronchitis is no joke. Last time I got it, I went like crying to my doctor. It hurts so much when you try to swallow and talk. So yeah. Hopefully she recovers soon. Where were we?
I
So-
think I'm just following around heroes at this point.
Yeah, Hammerstorm has his Warhammer, so
Oh, and he's going for
he's
a
gonna get his
ride.
shrunken head relatively soon.
Oh, Dr. Postler popping the shrunken head after he goes in there
A
taking
little
down.
early.
Yeah, he took down Thunderbringer. He had disabled Thunderbringer there, so I don't know exactly what he was hoping to keep off of him. I guess now he does go ahead and get frozen. Is going to have Soul Reaper Ultimate going down for a 985 bonus on it, so nice.
He actually animation canceled because he realized the Nullstone might be up. That was nice. I saw a stick up like, "Don't you do it," and he pressed H unless he has it rebound. But yeah, he stopped it. Really nice.
What, the Soul Reaper Ultimate?
Yeah, he animation canceled it. It must have been immediate. He realized that he wasn't gonna get caught in the same mistake twice as he did earlier.
Oh, he
so.
cast it. It's on cooldown right now.
No. I mean, he had started it.
Oh,
and then
I see. I might not have caught
he
that.
might-
He did
yeah, he
use
realized.
it, but
Yeah, but he waited until Glacius used his freeze or something.
right.
And then it ate the Nullstone, or maybe it was off anyway, but I think he was double checking. But I did see it kind of stutter.
Yeah, as we see, wow, the Hellborn here gonna get a little greedy, gonna decide they want to take down this Ophelia instead of continuing to push, but that'll probably work out for him.
Flower?
Do we have a Hellflower pickup? Where?
Yes, we do.
Where's that one at?
This Kraken has a Hellflower.
Oh, so he do. That's a kind of an interesting pickup.
I like, especially since he's jumping in there, he does all his stuff, and then on top of that, he's silencing someone. Aw, man, we
Aw.
have a call coming out for this purple. He probably feels a little overwhelmed. He gets stuck in, a game against ice, and he has Korok's crew as his teammates. He probably is feeling a little like,
Well, just guessing
Yep.
from the pings that I've been seeing going out from him, I don't think he has voice chat with these guys, so yeah, that's definitely puts you at a big disadvantage there. It's so much easier to just be able to press a button and say what you're wanting to do instead of having to take your hand away from your home row, of what you're needing to be able to cast your spells, etc., and type it while you're moving, etc. But yeah, definitely hasn't been contributing as well as I'd probably like to have seen, but hasn't been doing horrible. I guess he's 5-2 and 5, so
Yeah,
gold
but at
per minute.
45 minutes in the game, you want him to be involved in more than he's been.
Yeah,
That's probably why they're saying. I think he's been missing in a few of the key team fights, or maybe he got taken out early from some out of positioning. I'm not entirely sure, but I definitely did see him missing and coming in late to a number of team fights.
and very unfortunate. A lot of the times when he's done a good disable with his sleep or whatever it's called, is that actually called mesmerize?
Yeah.
Disabled them with their mesmerize, and then either Ophelia's creeps there, or there's an illusion handy to go ahead and break that, to get the person broken free from it there. But there's been quite a few of those as well that I can note that did a good job on getting the disable, hoping to be able to get the teammates around to be able to finish him off, but unfortunately just no other way to disable besides that. And with the farm that he's gotten, hasn't really had much opportunity to be able to get much more than that puzzle box, which is level 3 now. So some added benefit there, I guess, from that. As it's at level 3 that it finally does go ahead and get the ability to see invis, or is that at level 2 that it goes in and picks it up as well?
Yeah, that's level 3.
Okay.
I believe the range creep gives bonus move speed, and I think that one comes already at level 1, or it might be level 2. And then at level 3 you get the true sight.
Right. And yeah, I mean, we're pretty much at this point in the game. It's 31-35. The lead is now in favor of the Hellborn pretty handily. We've got about an 8,500-ish experience lead in favor of the Hellborn, which is, that's pretty significant. That's not game-breaking. Definitely, you lose a few heroes on your team there. That's going to probably amount for that, especially if you lose someone as important as Corrupted, since I think he's the highest. Yep, he is the highest on their team at level 23. And Dr. Repulsor, sitting off to the side, was thinking about going in, and after seeing 3 people there, decides, nope, I'm going to go this way, do a little bit of creep farming, and hopefully not get jumped on. As, yeah, we got 4 heroes down here now pushing. A 5th one on its way, as Soul Reaper is booking it down there. Corrupted Disciple also picking up, going ahead and splitting his Frostburn that he had. Got a Frostwolf Skull and a Geometer's Bane finish now, so very nice farm going on there for that Corrupted Disciple, picking up a couple nice items there. I mean, I feel that I would probably agree with those pickups. What do you think on them?
Yeah, it's the safe build. It's every range carry pretty much goes Geometer Bane, Frostwolf Skull. It's the safe and sure route to victory, I guess you could say. It's just it does so much.
It's not necessarily as situational as some other possibilities, like
Yeah.
going Nullfire or something like that.
Yeah, it's pretty much a guarantee.
Oh, nice ultimate going out there. Oh, he tried anyways. Tried to get the ultimate off, and now Kraken in a lot of trouble. Oh, Storm Spirit gets him out of the way for just a little bit, long enough to pick up the kill on Sven, gets his ultimate off. Unfortunately, again, no one alive to ride in it, as Vindicator goes down as well. And I think this could be the beginning of the end for this Legion team. They did go ahead and have middle is pushing in now.
Yeah, purple wasn't there again. His puzzle box is off cooldown. I think he may actually, this is unfortunate, I don't think he's even trying to help out the team anymore. You see him not using his puzzle box in that fight. He wasn't there.
There could be some team chat that's going on there that we're not seeing that may have him just disenfranchised from his teammates. As, yeah, he's not helping anymore. Is kind of, out of the game here. Does go ahead and sleep him there, but not gonna help his team out. Just trying to get a few creep kills here and there. Very unfortunate. Very unsportsmanlike. If you guys bump into this guy in game, you guys can see his name. I don't want to try and pronounce it because there's spaces and tildes and all that. But that, I mean, yeah, he hasn't performed this game. You got to give it to him one way or the other. He hasn't performed as well as he could have. They are going up against a really hard team that is an actual team. But, you don't just give up like that. I mean, well, it depends on what they've been saying to him, too. But, so, yeah, a little disappointing there to see this game that was playing out pretty well. I mean, we had the 8,000 experience lead drop there a little bit as they've been getting some kills. Dr. Repulsor coming in, doing some work on Corrupted. He's unfortunately probably going to go down here as he's exchanging blows And is he going to be able to jet out of there? Needs to... Wow, okay. Luckily, Corrupted went ahead and backed up. Knew that he was going to have some help coming. But did back up. But we got middle and bottom down. And looks like... Yeah, looks like this game might well be over, unfortunately, here. As, where is Succubus even at? Oh, okay. Up in their side, doing some creep killing here. Doing some creeping. So, yeah, very unfortunate here. This game definitely, I think, had a good opportunity to go back and forth for a good while. I mean, ultimately, I think we could pretty much agree that it looks like Ice has had a little bit of an advantage. I mean, it might not have always been experience and gold, might not have always been kills, but it just seemed like they had their team a little bit more together. Obviously, some of that's because of Succubus not being in Vent or whatever you want to say it, but definitely a little bit of variance here as far as teamwork going.
Yeah, right now there's a huge gold gap. Nothing insurmountable, but obviously with the bottom and mid racks pushed in,
That's
it's not really going to matter.
Slow the process, and yeah, I don't think they're going to be able to dig themselves out of this. And apparently there has been at least some chatter going back and forth. As I guess Grant was saying something about him being totally worthless, and I haven't been able to read it because if I do read it, then I go completely silent because apparently I can't do anything at the same time as talking, which is very unfortunate.
It requires concentration.
Yes.
It's a good thing. We do have a Repulsor who has a Culture Sheepstick. Obviously a good item, but at this point it's just like, taking notes or something. It's not really gonna matter if Purple keeps up with his, screw you guys, I'm giving him nonsense, then it's not really gonna matter.
Yeah, I think really all that the Hellborn has to do here is just go ahead and, push it just a little bit more and then, force another team fight that the Legion's most likely going to lose, and then it's GG. All they got to do is take out a Rax, and then it's definite GG. They might not even go that route. They might just go ahead and go middle and push for the win. But I think either way is a win, and I'm not sure which is the faster way to go.
Well, I think that's what the Legion team's waiting for. They're just waiting for the big push to come in just so they can have their final team fight. Like, they don't want to concede, but at the same time, they know they're not winning.
That's probably devastating.
That has to hurt.
Yeah, as he does not have enough gold to buy back. He's only got 1,000. I don't think that's enough at this point in the game at level 24.
Nope.
To be able to buy back. So they are going to be without Dr. Repulsor for 90 seconds. So that was definitely, I don't know whether because Succubus is not wanting to play or what, if Dr. Repulsor said, well, screw it, I'm just going to push all the way up here. He got caught off sides. It was his own fault, really, to be that far forward.
Repulsor's one of those heroes that you can risk going into that far in just because Ultimate can get him out of there, but they have no wards.
Yeah.
He really needs some sort of vision
happening.
happening
Something to be able to tell
yeah.
yourself what's going on there. And, they do have some disables. They got some stuff that can keep him, and they got such a good burst with Thunderbringer there, and Corrupted's doing some pretty good damage now. He's up to 253 damage a swing, so definitely.
Well, he has DD, so.
Does he at the moment?
Well, not anymore. Oh no, my bad. It went off, and he has 253.
Yeah. So yeah, he's still doing some respectable damage, DD or not, and Kraken ultimate going out, getting some people in it this time. All right, as does go ahead and take down. Ophelia and her critters, and now Hammerstorm going down. Where's Succubus at? Succubus, sitting behind the fountain, setting down wards of sight to pad the stats. So,
yep,
very nicely played from Succubus. Well, I do apologize, ladies and gentlemen, for the ending on this game. Definitely not as epic as the last game that me and On a Prayer cast. So if you have not checked out that game, I would strongly suggest it. If you did make it all the way through this one, and you want a good reward at the end, be sure to check that one out. That was the Gosu Gamers DWI versus, was it DM, or I want to say it was. But it's the cast before this one, so go check that out. As we do have, good game essentially here, as it is all going to be charging in here, and the World Tree is going to be going down. You have any finishing notes here? I really think that if Succubus had just gone ahead and manned up and played some more there, they would have had a good chance to have drawn this out, and I don't know if they would have ended up winning in the end, but they could have definitely made something more of it.
Yeah, it's that's what it is. It really is unfortunate to have. I'm sure a lot of people watching will, sympathize. Everyone's had those players on your team, but especially when you're good players and you're playing against a good team, you want to have a quality game, and to have the one player that was a random, like, not like, it's not that he failed in his performance, it's that he didn't even he gave up, and he's like, well, I'm not going to help you guys for whatever reason. And then, oh, but like I said, we don't know, what they were saying to him, so
Yeah,
maybe it was a
it
bit justified.
yeah they
But
could have been
regardless,
being a little mean or harsh there as well. But yeah, sometimes people will do that and they'll just piss you off and you'll want to get back at them whatever way you can. But it
I guess
it
what I'll
did
say is
cost him
that
the
if
game.
anyone watching has a particular game that they've seen that's worth casting, they should let you know, because it was good up until the point where we realized he was, trying to intentionally throw the game.
Yeah,
So it's
I mean it was
unfortunate.
pretty balanced and it was going good there, and I was kind of actually curious as to how it was going to end by the deadline that I had spied there in the beginning of it, but unfortunately we did run into that. So yeah, if you guys do have any good replays, so we don't have to dig these up and end up with crappy endings like this, do send them to minoxen@gmail.com or be able to post them there on gamereplays.org and get those there. So thank you all for watching. This has been Minoxen and On a Prayer, and we will catch you guys next time.